Hello, friends. It's great to be with you today. Every time I teach the creation story, I get fascinated with dust, or as one version calls it, the topsoil of the fertile land. God used dust and dirt to make us, and he blew life's breath into our nostrils. I would have loved to have been there for that. Wouldn't it have been amazing to see the first life come into being? And I hope that sometime in eternity, we will get to see that moment. I'm coming to you today from the youth room where I'm preparing it for our youth to come back on Wednesdays and Sundays. We've been outside for almost 2 years and we're now moving back inside, but there is a lot of sorting that needs to happen back in this section right behind me that's been behind those accordion doors and hidden. And in the midst of all the sorting, I have found a lot of dust. So I'm doing a lot of dusting in addition to sorting. And another thought that I have along with this is that we spend a considerable amount of time, in addition to dusting in our own homes, getting dirt and dust off of our bodies, off of our clothes, off of other things that we own. And I remember as a young boy in the summers of Baltimore, where I'd be down on my knees looking at ants and pretending any number of things. And after a hard day of play, I'd go home into the house and my mom would point at my knees and say, "Those are dirty." And I used to think that's what they were, dirties. I called them my dirties for a short period of time. Well, another silly thought I've had in thinking about the fact that we're made of dust is that as we're cleaning off all this dirt and dust, are we gradually eroding ourselves? Well, now, before you call me or email me, of course, I know we're made of so much more. But still the fact remains, from dust we were made, to dust we shall return. If not for God, we would only be dust. Our life from God is truly a gift from God. And today we read a Lenten passage from the book of Ecclesiastes. Dr. Rick Steele, professor at Seattle Pacific University, said, Ecclesiastes is a hard book to like. Ancient rabbis debated whether it should be included in the canon of the Hebrew scriptures. It could be described as gloomy and world-weary, recognizing that all the things of this world we think will bring us happiness ultimately will not. It asks tough questions about life. Is there meaning to life? Do I really have a purpose? Is all my work on earth fruitless? Now, Ecclesiastes doesn't say a full stop no, but it does warn us about a religious la-la land cheerfulness that says yes to those questions a little too quickly. In this context, we read these next verses from Ecclesiastes 9 to 11. Let's hear this from the Bible. So I considered all of this carefully, examining all of it. The righteous and the wise and their deeds are in God's hand, along with both love and hate. People don't know anything that's ahead of them. Everything is the same for everyone. The same fate awaits the righteous and the wicked, the good and the bad, the pure and the impure, those who sacrifice and those who don't sacrifice. The good person is like the wrongdoer. The same holds for those who make solemn pledges and those who are afraid to swear. This is the sad thing about all that happens under the sun. The same fate awaits everyone. Moreover, the human heart is full of evil. People's minds are full of madness while they are alive, and afterward they die. Whoever is among the living can be certain about this. A living dog is definitely better off than a dead lion, because the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing at all. There is no more reward for them. Even the memory of them is lost. Their love and their hate, as well as their zeal, are already long gone. They will never again have a stake in all that happens under the sun. Go, eat your food joyfully and drink your wine happily, because God has already accepted what you do. Let your garments always be white. Don't run short of oil for your head. Enjoy life with your dearly loved spouse all the days of your pointless life that God gives you under the sun. All the days of your pointless life, because that's your part to play in this life and in your hard work under the sun. Whatever you are capable of doing, do with all your might, because there's no work, thought, knowledge, or wisdom in the grave, which is where you are headed. I also observed under the sun that the race doesn't always go to the swift, nor the battle to the mighty, nor food to the wise, nor wealth to the intelligent, nor favor to the knowledgeable, because accidents can happen to anyone. To summarize this passage is to say, in this world, we all fare about the same. Those who do good and those who do bad. And verse 2 says everything is the same for everyone. We are all dust, and we all will return to dust. Verses 1 to 3 remind us we all will die. It's been said, none of us get out of this alive. And verses 4 to 11 show us there will be disappointments. We should expect them. And when we're not disappointed, we should count it as a gift. Go ahead, eat your food joyfully and drink your wine happily, says the writer, because God has already accepted what you do. And then the rest of the chapter calls us to listen to common wisdom. Verse 16 says, wisdom is better than might. This wisdom is a gift from God in our life. This season reminds us of our humanity, and that without God, through the death and resurrection of Christ, all would truly be hopeless. Though we die, though life throws disappointments and sadness our way, we are indeed more than dust. God has breathed life into us. Jesus says in John 11:25, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me will live, even though they die. May we who live in the dirt hold on to the hope of Christ. I want to close this Wednesday word with this Franciscan blessing found in a Lenten devotional written by Eric Willits. It says this: may God bless you with discomfort at easy answers, half-truths, and superficial relationships, so that you may live deep within your heart. May God bless you with anger at injustice, oppression, and exploitation of people, so that you may work for love-driven justice, freedom, and peace. May God bless you with tears to shed for those who suffer from pain, rejection, starvation, and war, so that you may reach out your hand to comfort them and turn their pain into joy. May God bless you with foolishness, enough foolishness to believe that you can make a difference in this world, so that you can do what others claim cannot be done. And may the blessing of God, who creates, who redeems, and sacrifices, be upon you and all you love and pray for this day and forevermore. Amen.
This has been Wednesday Word with the Free Methodist Church of Santa Barbara. We hope that you will join us for worship this week. For information about our service times, visit fmcsb.org.